It is a new era for presidential politics. Tonight will be the first night of the Democratic National Convention, and it is mostly virtual this week. The Democratic Party will formally nominate its picks for the next president and vice president of the United States, former Vice President Joe Biden and California Senator Kamala Harris. Well, CBN's David Brody is covering the convention this week and is looking at how President Trump is responding. David, thanks for joining us.
You bet, Heather. Thanks.
Well, so David, it's so interesting. The polls show a tight race right now. What do you expect to be the main message from Democrats this week, and who do they need to win over?
Well, it's a good question, Heather, and it's got a lot of layers. Let's begin with this. The message overall is going to be, let's get back to normal. And should America really be turning into this? And what this is this Donald Trump Twitter bonanza, if you will, this idea that Donald Trump has broken all conventional norms. And so there's that sense, I think, this week that you'll hear from Democrats to say, let's just stop the nonsense. And I think that's going to be the overall theme. And having said that, who do they try to win over? This has been the dilemma all along. The Democrat operatives I'm talking to have all along said, look, we need to get minorities out. We need to get suburban women out. We believe that those younger voters are key. That's all that Bernie crowd. Part of the problem, though, is you've got the moderates as well. You've got those blue-collar Democrats, the ones that Trump won over in 2016 in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and other states like that, Michigan. So the question is, you're trying to play to both sides here. You want votes on both ends, but at the same time, you have to have one unifying message, and that's what could trip up Democrats here at the convention.
Yeah, really challenging to bring the whole party together. Well, I also want to ask you about the fact that both conventions are pretty much virtual. How does that change the dynamics? And do you think fewer Americans are going to tune in just because it's all online?
Well, I think fewer Americans will definitely tune in. So that's a problem for both Republicans and Democrats, quite frankly. Look, I think what this is all about, Heather, and you know the deal. You've been around a while as well. I say that with all due respect, by the way, which is that it's about viral moments, right? In other words, what's the soundbite that's going to win over the news cycle? And I think that's what I'm going to be looking for, especially as it relates to Monday evening with Michelle Obama and Bernie Sanders, some big wigs, if you will, for the Democrats. And remember, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez only getting 60 seconds. And quite frankly, if you're someone that wants to win the presidency like Joe Biden, that might be 60 seconds too much. The more that she can go into hibernation until the morning of Wednesday, November 4th, might be better for the Democrats at this point.
All right. And you have got President Trump making a number of campaign stops this week. What is he going to try and communicate to offset what the Democrats are saying?
Well, shockingly, Donald Trump is going to do as he would like The Apprentice on NBC. He's going to do some counter programming. So he will be in Minnesota. 10 key electoral votes up for grabs. The Trump campaign believes they can win Minnesota. He only lost it by 45,000 votes or so. The polls show it to be very close as well. So he's going to be on Air Force One doing some rallies right outside the plane there, talking about economy and jobs. He'll go to Wisconsin and do the same thing. That's the play by the Trump campaign.
Well, there is a lot to watch this week, David Brody. Thanks so much for your time.